Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
Clean tech is a dirty word, but its reincarnation is called climate tech, and investors are really loving it. So, in fact, in 2020, Bengaluru was listed among the top 10 climate tech investment hubs in the world, and in October 2021, India was in the top 10 countries that received the most venture capital investment for climate tech businesses. Investments in climate tech have been really booming since of late, by the way. In 2020, research from consultancy firm PricewaterhouseCoopers shows that climate tech investment size is 3 times bigger than investment for artificial intelligence businesses that get at a time AI is such a trendy buzzword. Just look how climate tech investment has grown. In 2013, startup funding for climate tech companies was about $418 million. But in 2019, funding had increased a massive 3,750% to $16.1 billion US. Now, what is clean tech and how is it different to climate tech? Well, clean tech or green technology are those environmentally friendly technologies that mostly focused on renewable energy and eco-friendly recycling methods. The clean tech investment craze was between 2006 and 2011, but consultancy firm PricewaterhouseCoopers says clean tech investments quickly went bust and investors lost a lot of their money. Venture capitalists put in about $25 billion into clean tech and lost about half of that. So in a way, people gave up on clean tech, which meant businesses and investors were also giving up on trying to save the planet or put that on the back burner as well. On the other hand, climate tech is much more than the old concept of clean tech. Climate is a much broader concept and focuses on removing carbon-containing emissions from all sectors of the global economy, whereas the older clean tech focused just on the energy sector. And climate tech businesses will include renewable energy businesses like India's Renew Power, Tata Power, electric vehicle businesses like Tesla and India's Ola Electric, and carbon capturing technologies developed by IIT Bombay team that won $250,000 for innovation. Climate tech can also mean businesses making plant-based meat like Rajasthan company Good Dot, and even businesses working on food wastage prevention. Investors are more positive and upbeat about these new climate tech investments because with time, business models in the sector have improved. Things like electric vehicles, solar batteries, EV batteries are getting cheaper to make and more affordable for customers, so there is a more promising business model. Also, consumers are more aware about sustainability and actually want to buy from eco-friendly businesses. A 2019 Accenture study surveyed 6,000 people from 11 countries, including India, and over half of the people say they would pay more for sustainable products that can be reused and recycled. A 2020 IBM study says nearly 6 in 10 consumers are willing to change shopping habits to reduce environmental impact. Also, the need to stop climate change and global temperatures rising is more important now than ever before. We are running out of time. In fact, the 1987 United Nations Brundtland Commission report says if present trends continue, by the 2030s, temperatures will rise to greater than any in man's history due to rising carbon dioxide emissions, due to burning fossil fuels and cutting down trees. Needless to say, climate change is now a hotly discussed issue which remains of much concern. So that is why investors of all sorts are looking into more of climate tech. These investor types include the likes of venture capitalists who usually take more risks and invest in startups with little to no profit. Universities and governments also have funding or incentive schemes. For example, India has an incentive scheme to encourage domestic manufacturing of solar panels. Investors now also include investment arms of big companies like BMW, Chevron, Qualcomm, Tencent, and Shell, who typically don't invest in new areas but have now started in areas like climate tech. This is especially important because these large corporates are among the biggest contributors to greenhouse gas emissions that is bad for the planet. For example, here's a visualization of how much carbon Google's search engine is emitting for each second we use it. Trust me, it's not a pretty sight. Now imagine how much more damage the biggest carbon producers like the energy generation companies do to the environment. But of course, all this is still not enough. There is more that needs to be done. Climate tech businesses still have trouble finding enough funding or interested investors. It's still just the lucky few that will find funding and become successful. Climate technologies is still a nascent area, so there is still uncertainty whether all the money sunk into research and development will result in anything solid that can be sold in the market. Another problem is government regulations and policies. How favorable incentives and subsidies are, how favorable policies and regulations in new areas like electric vehicles, charging infrastructure, buying solar power differ with each country, making it that much harder for climate tech businesses to know which country, which city, which state will welcome it. But one thing is for sure, it doesn't matter if it's called climate tech, green tech, or clean tech. We will have to seriously start looking at new ways of conducting our commercial activities because 2030 is less than a decade away and time to save our planet is running out. So that was a look at what is climate tech and why investors are so interested in it at this point in time. Let us know what you think of this video in the comment section below. For The Print, this is Regina Mihindukula Surya.